Hello stoners and stoner friends. This is going to be the third time I've tried recording this, which is why I so desperately need a new camera. Anyways, we have Jeremy and Jenna on Skype.
What's up?
Hey.
So, that's interesting. I haven't done one of those since the last time that I did a Facebook video chat with Andrew, which was quite a while ago. Anyways, you can see Jeremy vaping in the background. That's the cartel mod that I, used to own. Sold it to him a while ago and bought this sexy piece. But anyways, yeah. I wanted to ask one question that I like to ask everybody. What was your first mod, or your first setup?
The XQ the XQ to 160 watt with the golden 26 millimeter mini temple.
Huh. Okay. So then, what was the first mod you've ever vaped on?
A little pen.
No, like first actual mod you've tried.
First actual mod, the Sigelli 100 watt.
The original Sigelli 100, the little silver box.
Yeah.
That's right around the same time the original IPv3 came out, I think. Or it was the 2, the IPv2 71, I'm not sure. But anyways, and another question. First time you ever smoked weed, tell us the story about it.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I took 3 hits. I was like, this isn't that bad, right? Took 20 minutes for it to hit. It hit. I walked outside and it was pouring down rain. Laid right out in the driveway for a good almost hour. Got up and then had a 2-liter Mountain Dew and 4 corn dogs.
So you got so high you decided to just go lay in the rain. And then munchy like a motherfucker afterwards. So what did you end up smoking out of that day?
A bowl like the Sir Lancelot that you have.
Oh, a little metal pipe.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the first time I ever smoked, that was one hell of a day. So,
Same here.
one story that we need to actually get on video, because me and Jeremy actually hang out, unlike me and Andrew, because he lives in another state. I forgot where it was, and he's probably gonna tear my ass up for not remembering where he lives when he sees this. But, yeah. So, Jeremy, the story about the dabs. You gotta tell him the story about the dabs. Now, in a little context about this story, we were on Skype with Jenna that day. We were on Skype with her while all this was going down. So, go ahead and tell him the first time you ever dabbed.
Okay, so took 2, right? And I was beyond high. I could not function. And then Corey had this, right? And he was messing with it, and then slapped the dab right on the coil, and then juiced it up, and then without me knowing, and then he was like, "Here, Jeremy, try this new juice I got." And I was like, all right. So I took the biggest rip I could, and then I looked at him and I was like, "You bitch, you put a dab on the coils."
I put about a 1/4 gram worth of the shatter that I had that day on top of the 2 coils, and normally when somebody hands you a mod, you would assume, oh hey, they probably dripped it. I did. I put the wax on there and then put my juice over it so he wouldn't smell it. Not that you can really smell the wax anyways. And speaking of getting stony, I haven't actually taken a hit this video, so cheers to that. And that was for the people that complain how I don't exhale my smoke in the videos. There you go, quit bitching now.
Did you just say, there you go, quit bitching now?
Yep, because some people will complain. They're like, oh, you need to exhale your smoke on camera. I'm like, well, you need to shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do with my videos. Right. But anyways, Jenna, do you have any interesting stories you would like to tell?
Yeah, I could tell you about the first time I smoked. That was funny.
Yeah, the first time you ever smoked. Remember, you gotta talk a little bit loud because the audio on here is fucked.
Okay, probably... Okay, it's not the very first time, but it's a really good story. So, I was with two of my friends, Veronica and Jessica, and we went into the woods. It was full a few times. And decided to go walk to Stony Creek. Instead of it only being a half an hour, it was a 4-hour walk. It was almost dark. And every bridge we hit, Jessica was like, wait! There's trolls under that bridge that go! Don't go, don't go! So then our other friend decides to walk across the rough area, and I'm like, you're gonna get raped by a troll! We're all falling off our ass and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just... So we finally get to Stony Creek, and the cops start circling, and I'm freaking out. And I'm like, okay, I don't like being out in public. This isn't okay. So we finally walk back, and as we're walking back, it's like pitch black out there. Helicopters hovering over us, so I kept saying, dude, they're looking for us. They're looking for us. Fell in the middle of the street on the way back. So I'm trying to cross over a main road. I make it over the main road, up the hill, and go back down to go over the other side of the main road, and fell in the middle of the street as there's a bunch of cars coming. They had to lift me up and pull me up and drag me to the curb.
Oh my god. Dude, that's all sorts of fucked up. That would be a terrible day.
I forgot how much we did. It was funny though.
I have no idea. You guys can see Jeremy just munching away in the back. Good lord.
Have you ever done acid?
Yeah, I think twice. I know I have once. I don't.
First time.
Huh?
Explain the first time.
Very first time I did acid. Okay, so I was with Dale, and we were walking around. It's not Stony Creek.
No.
It's not River Bends. Whispering Woods, if you know where that's at.
Yeah.
So I was walking along the back trail where it kind of leads to the soccer fields, but if you go past that, it leads to the fence that goes basically all the way around the park. So
Yeah.
we slipped it while we were walking around the playset area for the little kids. You know, so we're walking along that trail, and it probably hit me 25 minutes later or something like that, and I'm like halfway down the trail by now, and it's probably 7 o'clock or something like that, so it's decently dark outside, but it's so quiet, and the only thing you could hear was the wind. So, you know, it starts hitting me, and I'm like, wow, it sounds like it's really, really windy outside. You know, and he's just looking over at me, and he's like, you know, your hair looks really, really, it almost looks pink. I'm like, dude, my hair is not fucking pink. And that was back when I had it, like, kind of dark red-ish. And he's like, dude, your hair looks pink. I'm like, alright, obviously it hit you. Then I'm looking over at him, and he used to wear this really, really bright green military jacket. And I just remember I'm staring at him like, dude, alright, I think it's starting to hit me too. And we just start like looking at each other, hysterically laughing for absolutely no reason. So, I don't remember a whole lot after that, like after that specific part, but I remember walking to the other edge to where it's around the circle where if you go to the very corner, there's a little trail that leads off to the church parking lot, and then there's like a little subdivision around that area. So we were sitting on the bench on the opposite side of that, and I shit you not, a cop car is starting to drive up the trail. And at this point, it's probably like 9:30 or something at this point, so it's like pitch black. And we just see a cop car with his lights, you know, shining all over, driving up the trail, coming from back in the woods, and I'm like, alright, this is probably not a good thing. And when you're on acid, colors are very, very vivid. So I'm looking at the fucking light, and I'm like, please don't shine over here, please don't shine over here. And I just see it, you know, start to go left to right, and then it comes over and shines right at where me and my friend are sitting, and I'm like, fuck, we're boned. And I've never hauled so much ass as quick as I have. Went off to the right and just hauled as fast as I possibly could, and then went through the little fence gap where it turns into the three-way streets-ish. I don't know what you call that, but that little area to where it leads up to Van Dyke. So now I'm running down this street with my friend, and we end up just running to Woodstock because it's right there next to the park. And the specific street that we were on led right to Woodstock. We could just cross over the main road and be right at the smoke shop. So we're, you know, now sitting inside of this smoke shop that has all these different colors, glass pieces, juices and stuff everywhere. We're in like a stoner's wonderland on LSD. So just looking around the entire room like, okay, I'm really fucked up. This whole day has been fucked up. First went and tried acid, now I'm running from the cops, now standing inside of a smoke shop. So,
I wish you were in a smoke shop, but not in the woods, talking to Smurfs and listening to the trees sing to you and sway back and forth. It was weird.
I don't know what type of drugs you gotta be on to see that shit, but that's not what I was... Huh?
I was on acid.
Oh god. Well, that's fucked up. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. We were just really paranoid, and the guy that was inside of the smoke shop, he knew us, so he's like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, I gotta tell you something, dude. And it was like I said, it was almost 10 o'clock at this point, so the store's empty. They're right about to close because they closed it, I think, like 10:30 or 11. There was nobody in there. So he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I gotta tell you something. I've had one hell of a fucking day. He's like, what's going on? So I told him the whole situation, and he's looking at me, he's like, man, you gotta be careful. I'm like, well, it wasn't exactly my fault that there was a cop driving through the woods. That's not something you see every day. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. But, yeah. Anyways, my camera's running a little low on space, so I'm going to have to get out of here. Get a little cloud sesh with Jeremy real quick before I head out. Well, there you go. Anyways, as always, stay stony, stay lifted. Peace, guys.